What causes radius cubed errors in sphere volume formulas? Imagine trying to measure the size of a ball, but your measurements are just a little off. Now, think about how that small mistake can turn into a much bigger problem when calculating the volume. That's what happens with errors related to the radius in sphere volume formulas. The main reason these errors happen is because the volume depends on the radius raised to the third power. When you cube the radius, even tiny inaccuracies in measuring the radius get magnified. For example, if you measure the radius as 25 centimeters but your measurement could be off by 0.05 centimeters, that small difference becomes a much larger error when calculating the volume. This is because cubing the radius makes the error grow faster than just measuring the radius itself. To understand this better, mathematicians use a tool called calculus, specifically derivatives, to estimate how much the volume could be off because of the radius error. The derivative of the volume with respect to the radius is 4 times pi times the radius squared. When you multiply this by the small error in the radius, you get an estimate of how much the volume might be wrong. Interestingly, the relative error in volume is about 3 times the relative error in the radius. So, if your radius measurement is slightly off, your volume calculation can be 3 times more inaccurate. This is why small mistakes in measuring the radius can lead to big errors in the volume of a sphere. It's especially important in fields like engineering or manufacturing, where precise measurements matter a lot. Knowing that the volume depends on the cube of the radius helps us understand why accuracy in measuring the radius is so critical. It also explains why error analysis often involves calculus to estimate how much the volume could be off because of small measurement errors. So, in simple terms, errors in radius measurement get magnified because of the cubed relationship in the formula, making small mistakes turn into larger inaccuracies in the calculated volume.